Good morning. It's morning here in Sweden, and I'm working with I'm working on my hair to brush it. When I talk to you to start, you know that I always need to almost 100% that I need to talk a little before the spirits are coming. So I have just taken a shower, and I have not eaten breakfast yet. And so I am very clean both outside and inside my body. And because it is very important, this episode that I am going to recording, and I don't know how it will end. That we will see. Time will tell, and time will tell on this episode. But the answer I have got is that there is no help in Jerusalem. There is no help in Israel for me. No one wants to help me, and I am disabled, and it should be the opposite, that people try to help me because I can't walk outside. I can walk inside where I can hold me or sit down if it start to feel strange in the brain, that the brain start to be tired. That I can do inside, but outside it can take a long time to find somewhere to sit. And if the brain start to be tired, that is about 1-2 minutes to find a place to sit. So that is almost impossible today, because the devil's children have caused very much. Here in Sweden, they have taken away those sofas that were outside, because either have they painted on the sofas, or they have destroyed the sofas. So it can take a while to find somewhere to sit. And so I don't have eaten breakfast, and I have taken a shower, so I'm very clean, literally in and outside me. And that's a way some churches is telling us that we should not eat before we go to the church. And they mean that you need to be a clean vessel to receive the words from God. And I have done it in some churches, but for me, with I have diabetes. That is, I can't be out of food. I need to eat at least a light breakfast, not much, but a little, so I don't get the sugar to be bad. So I have vitamins in water, and it have no sugar, but the body can start to work on something when I talk it to you. And it start to come some spirits here, so that they are. I hope they will talk to us, because I have some serious questions for them to answer me, to tell me, and maybe they are telling in symbolic, in the spirit way, so it's very hard to understand sometimes what they are saying, and it's I think what they were saying about this to touch the Golden Gate, and that's in Jerusalem, and I pay for airline ticket to Tel Aviv, and that was money that I got to could buy a ticket. That was not from my retirement. I got it from God as like an answer on if I should go, we should fly to Israel. But now it seems like, and I have waiting maybe at least 1 month on answer for how to get my mobile scooter into Israel and to Jerusalem. Into Israel can I get it because the flight take my scooter, and I can be on the airport in Tel Aviv. But then I can't reach anything. I can't reach the Golden Gate. And now the Spirit is here, so they start to communicate. And the Spirit say that you can't touch the Golden Gate either. You can't touch Jerusalem. You can't touch the Golden Gate, because the Golden Gate, the real Golden Gate, is under in the soil. It's not visible. So it's telling something now when I wait for to get help. And I told you in last episode, I think, that the hotel where I'm staying, the expensive hotel I'm staying most of the time, they say that they should check out to get me a taxi from the airport to Jerusalem where the hotel are. But they have not answered me. And I think they have not found anyone. And now it seems like those guides in Israel, they are leaving, so they are not. It's start to be season to not guide people. So they will. If I could get someone to take me to the hotel, there is no one that take me from the hotel because they are not there. They are in United States, most of them. They are coming to get the money from tourists, and the tourist season seems to drop off because it's soon Christmas things. And so something is it about this with money to do in Israel. So the spirits say that here. It's many spirits I can see. I don't see them clearly, but I can feel many of them here. and they say that you can't touch the Golden Gate. So that is a spirit thing. And the spirit thing, I don't need to be in Israel for the spirit thing. And when I come back from Israel in 2016, I asked God if I needed to live in Israel for Messiah to come and God to come and everything to happen. It's like they say the first time, they say the Mount of Olive, that they think it should come. He should come, and Muslims they think there in Rock of Dome place it should take place. So they want their Messiah. They believe in Messiah, but they don't want Jesus to show up. So they make sure that Christian people doesn't touch the Golden Gate that is built up over the Golden Gate. So that's a fake thing. The Golden Gate is in the soil. If it's something there, but it have been standing there in the soil. After many years, it's nothing there. It's have going dirt over it, so I can't touch it. And you know how I were thinking in the beginning when they say that I should touch a Golden Gate. I find out a little later that I can't touch the Golden Gate as it is the fake Golden Gate that is today. The Muslim have taken that option away. There is a fence that I can't climb, and then is it a graveyard outside, and I can maybe walk up to the fence, but I can't touch the Golden Gate opening. But that is Golden Gate the second. It's not the real Golden Gate. So that means that it's not literally, it's a spirit thing. So the spirit affect me here. When I'm talking a little like between literary and spirit, and it's on its way to come inside me now, the spirit, and talk. I hope it is the right one that can give me the answer what to do now when I find out that Israel, those people, they don't want to help me. And then I find out with my DNA that I am Jewish. But when the Jewish come to Sweden, and they were living first in Stockholm, our capital, but that was okay because they had each other. But then they wanted to spread out in Sweden and find out that they could only live in 3 cities from the beginning, 3 cities in Sweden. But if they convert to a Lutheran church, they could live wherever they want to live. And in the beginning, when they were Jewish, they were not allowed to stay out in the country. They had to be in the city, and they were forced to work in only some few special work. And this was smart people, intelligent people, but also it's not right for me to say, but what my experience are that those that can do money, that is from Jewish, they do money, they create money, and I should not say it because then you think I am working against myself in that way, that I want your money, but it's not that I sit and lie for you, and you that have follow me, that is my follower, and have listened on the whole podcast, you know that I don't talk on my own, that the Spirit is coming inside me and talk to you. So that was true in 2016 when I come to my old home. I live in other place now, but when I come to that home, and they have stolen everything of value in my home, those that took care of my home when I was not going to. That was in Salt Lake City. It happened that they stole everything of value in my home. But before that, I asked God if I need to stay in Israel for him to come and take me with him. And I didn't know so much in that time. You know, that God or heaven told me that I should do my DNA. And then everything started when I find out about my DNA. Everything started to open. It opened doors for me, the DNA test. And then I did a second empty DNA to really make sure that I was from royals and I was from Jewish ancestors. And now, yesterday, I was not thinking about it. I was not focused on it. But my friends in Portugal, they make something. I can't Portuguese, but they did something very short video, and then I wrote to them that I maybe will move to Portugal because I can't stay in Sweden because of this Jewish hate. But I could move to Israel because the DNA, they don't want to look at DNA in Israel. They want only books, and then you need to be Jewish today, and your grandparents should be Jewish, and you can't prove that you are Jewish from the start by DNA. So I can't move there because I am not Jewish for them. I am a Christian for them. So that's everything. Doors to Israel is closed. It's closed now. And so yesterday I started thinking that I maybe can move to Portugal. I have been to Portugal. I have told you that I was in Portugal with a church, and I didn't know what they were saying, but I was at their service, church service, and sit there, and one time we had no church service, but I was together with those pastors, and they have man pastors, but there were women, wives to them. We were about 12 people, and we worship, and I didn't know what they were saying because they're talking Portuguese, but they say that you can speak in English to God, they say to me. And then I started to talk to God in English, and we hold each other hands in a ring. And then suddenly I fall on the floor. It was before many years before I was driven over of a car and hurt my brain. This was something else, and it was for 9 years ago. I was in Portugal, and I fall on the floor, and I was in a spirit. So that's why I fall, because I didn't have my body. Now, when I sit and talk to you, I sit in my sofa, so I can't fall. Or maybe I have fall sometimes if I have standing up, but I sit all the time. But there I was standing up and I fall on the floor. And they be scared that I fall, these people. They didn't know me. I come there into their church and was in the church the whole time I was in Portugal. And they took me up. People took me up, and I was standing with my back to their preaching stand, where I was leaning on the altar, but down on the floor. And I heard me saying in the spirit that they should not touch me, because I was in the spirit, and if they touch me like they did, but I was still half in the spirit. I say that if you touch me when I am in the spirit, then it be confirmed here on earth. Then I am not in the spirit. If you touch me, that means that you glue me into the earth. I told them that when I was in the spirit, and then I be grounded on earth, so I was not in the spirit anymore. But I saw their pastor that speak English, that is growing up in the United States, so he heard what I was saying, and I look at him, and he was really into the spirit ways, and try to understand what's going on. But it's when you are not really have the real foundation inside you, then the devil is very quick to say she fall because it was something in my body that make me be sick and fall like that. That's the devil do the whole time. And I saw here in a moment when I was talking to not touch me, I saw him be in the spirit. So, and he looked like he wondering what was going on. But then, the devil is quick to whisper in the ear that is something literally going on. So I have thinking about it to write them. I look at my emails, and there was no emails from the hotel. So I start to think that I'm going to move to Portugal, to this church, because the pastor that have grown up in United States, his sister, maybe not today, but she can help me to get an apartment. So because she is a manager, she was in that time for 9 years ago. She was a manager to rent apartments. So even if she don't work in that field today, she know people. So I am thinking about it, and I'm going to write them that if I coming to Faro, is the city in Algarve coast in Portugal. If I are coming to be there on my birthday, I will write them. I have not written them yet. I am going to do that. If I are coming to Faro, to your church, I'm going to ask them that when it's my birthday, I could talk in the church, preach if you want to say, but it's not really preaching. This is a message for the church from heaven, and I have heaven with me now. I told you that heaven is here in my home, but it have a reason why they are here in my home. I understand it today. It's much I understand today, that they are here because they are going to follow me. In what direction? I am not going to do anything in my own will. They have to tell me what I should do for it to be the best way to talk to people. And Israel is not good to talk inside Israel because they only believe in men and books, most of them. So that's not a good country to be in. And but Portugal, maybe they remember this, what happened in the church, and maybe they will tell me that I'm welcome to talk in the church on my birthday. And my birthday is on Friday, December 9. And that is a spirit way to touch the Golden Gate. It's a spirit way to end this walk I have done. And I'm going to stay in Portugal if they really be touched of the Golden Gate. If they be touched and help me this time. They say to me for 9 years ago that I should rent an apartment and stay in Portugal they say that to me for 9 years ago, but then I had lots of things going on, and it stopped me from moving, and then also that I don't have any money, and I still don't have any money. But now when I am close to fulfill what God wants me to do for him, I get those money. I have that money that I should fly to Israel to touch the Golden Gate, but today I know that it's a spirit thing to touch the Golden Gate. So, I say, I have not told you about what God say to me when I come back from Israel, and I ask God if I needed to be in Israel, live in Israel, and Messiah will come and get me there, be standing at the Mount of Olive. And God answered me very quick, and he said that I will find you wherever you are. So he opened up a door for me that it have nothing with Israel to do. It have with me and him to do. This is a message. I know it's a message for you that listen. Some of you need to hear this. It's a relationship between you and God. It have nothing with the country to do. So this is one way, because they were nice to me in that church, but of course they are, I don't know what they are for Christian, but they are Christian and they believe in Jesus, and like most everyone believe in Jesus as God. So, but God can make people understand when it's time for it. When it's time for it, every eyes will be open, and all the ears will be open, and they will understand. And that was a little part of it, what happened for 9 years ago in Portugal. And it's a spirit here that is very strong on me. And I need to get a confirm from you that is here, the spirit. And I laugh because it's not one that touched me, it's many that touch me now. I'm surrounded of many spirits from heaven. And it's about test. And they say you should not buy anything. You are going to tell them about what I want you to say. It's looked like a woman that pointed out me like a leader for those that, but it can be Jesus also with long hair and a little curly hair and brownish hair, and pointed at me, and I know I know because they are telepathing me that they are going to help me to write that message for me today, to ask if I can be there in the pulpit. They don't really have that. They have most of the time they sit at the table and talking with each other, those men. So that's the first gate to open, is to that I'm a woman and they are men that is leaders. I'm going to write to one of the leaders that I was most together with and talk about this. He is not so good in English, but he's married now to a woman that know English, so she can tell him what I'm right about, and then we have Google Translate. That's what I need to use very much in Portugal. I only know one word, obrigado. It means thank you in Portuguese. So, and I maybe learn a little when I'm there, and I will see. But this time they really literally need to help me to could move there. So, and if I take the flight to Portugal before my birthday, they need to come and get me. Either that if the airplane will take me, take the scooter, they can come and get me, get the scooter also. It doesn't need to be a car that the scooter is inside. They can have it on a flat, things that like a grass mover, like that. It can be outside and drive it. If they have something that I can take up the scooter at, and like a bridge to it. And so that's what they are not thinking like that in Israel. They don't want to help. That's it. And that's the answer for me now. And I needed to pay the flight ticket to Israel for them, for me to work on it very hard. And now I'm tired of it. And the answer is, if nothing happened, the answer is that Israel doesn't want me to be there. So, and that's the answer. If Israel doesn't want me to be there, I will not be there. And I have heaven with me. So they avoid Israel if they don't help me. So I'm going to write to Portugal and see what the answer will be. And then I take the flight closer to my birthday. And so I will see what they will say today or tomorrow or another day. So I have to wait for the Spirit to manifestate this, because I sometimes I take a summary of what was said in the Spirit, and the Spirit is saying that they will help me to write the email to this man that is one of the leader of the church. They're going to say that, and they say that I need to take these things as a test from heaven. I have done that the whole time. Test what the world responds to me. And here in Sweden it have been only once I was preaching, and it was 2004, 18 years ago, and no one else have wanted me to preach in their church. I have not been welcome, and I am not welcome in that church I am in today either. I have never talked there. And so the answer from heaven is that I write the email and they will be with me and help me to write it. And then I should take it as a test from heaven, because they have told me since before that heaven, they can affect us, but heaven can't do the literally acceptance, to accept what people here, that must be on people here on earth. If not earth want to receive from heaven, the heaven can't do anything. It's up on us to make the decision if we should believe and trust and have faith in heaven, and there is existence in heaven. It's not an empty cloud. It's full of people, full of ancestors that want us to receive heaven as they have their heaven. That heaven will come down to earth, and it have been. It's in my home, but it must be spread all over the earth, or else they will take me to heaven and my work is done. I have done work. I have tested the earth in what the decision they make, and if they believe me or not. So I have done my work, and I'm going back to heaven where I was from the beginning, before I say I wanted to go one life more to earth. I was here before, but I was a man before. And this time they sent me as a woman. And that's why I feel like I have wanted to work with fields that men love to work with. And I have think many things that is a man thinks to say, and then the doctor checked me out and find that I have very much male hormones inside me, so it's still there, but I was born as a woman, a little girl, a girl baby. So it's a test. Once again, it's test the whole time to see, because heaven can bring me up and then we move to another planet and try there to let heaven come down, and uh, and then that you ask, there is someone asking in their mind, and I hear it, or the spirit hear it and tell me that what is the meaning that heaven is coming to this planet. You know that Musk, I say, his starlinks, they start to reach out in the universe, the technical things going on to find other planets where they have living creatures like humans there on that planet, and they try to reach out, and that is what is about, that heaven will take. You know that I have been told before that they have just coming inside our solar system, and they come in here to reach this planet, and if we change this planet to be like heaven, heaven will help us more, so we can reach out to all planets in the universe. And the spirits own me so much. It's not me talking, it's about telepathy. And we have told you about what's going on in heaven, that we can think about a place we want to come and visit, and by the brain, thinking in the brain about the place, we will be there with a, I don't know what it's called in English, it's similar to telepathy, to teleport us to a place where we think about. We don't need to be there with our body. We be with our what we have, bodies or the spirit only. We will be there on that planet if we think about that planet. And we were thinking about you, this planet that you are on. We were thinking about this planet. It was dark and a void, and it was dark in the deep. It was not a good planet. But we were thinking that it could be a good planet for heaven to be on. So we try to find planets where they accept us, that can be one of the heaven planet. That's the answer for you, that we try to increase heaven on planets in the universe. That's the answer for you, that we take one step at a time, one planet at a time, and make it to be like heaven, a planet that is full of peace, planet where people are happy, a planet where their heart are singing. That's why we reach out for you earth, and we make these tests. And just now we test the world, and this will be the last test we do. If someone or some will accept that we were sending a woman this time instead of a man, you will see. It was a test to see if you receive a female or if you only receive a man. So that's it was a great message they gave me. Inside me, they took it. So I'm on my way to start to wake up again from a spirit. And I thank you, and I think I must listen at this episode when you come here and talk, because I think I don't remember or knowing what you were saying, so because you took over my body, so I need to listen at it, and I will make a shortcut what the Spirit was saying for you that is too lazy to listen at the whole episode. So I thank you that listen at a full episode, and some few people have listened to all my episodes from the beginning to understand this. It had going in a step. It was not like this when I started the podcast. It had going step by step to come to this time. So it's very important for you to could understand everything is to listen at from the start the episode where I'm talking about my life. And I try to talk about my life a little in the episodes, so you get some little glimpse about it. But you should listen to all the episodes. And I still need, I don't have any money, but I get money. But it's very, it's not so much that I need a little more money to could do the fulfillment for God. I can I can go to Portugal first to talk to them and be there on my birthday and in Christmas time. They are Christian, so it's Christian time, Christmas for them. So I can be there. And last time I was in Portugal, it was just before Christmas, because I wanted to go back and celebrate Christmas, because I have not been educated like I am today, educated from heaven like I am today. And today, if I go into, or if they say yes to me to could talk in the church, I'm not going to talk specific about God or specific about Jesus. I'm going to speak about heaven, because everything is about God's kingdom, heaven, to do. It's heaven it's about. But God Elohim is the one that hold it, everything together. It's He that is the first love of everything. So heaven is not the first love. God is the first love. And my family is in heaven. I don't have the family here on earth. So that's why I'm lonely. I'm by myself. Because it was not about to make friends and have a party and going on like that. It was to teach me about God and about heaven and what's going on and what they want me to do. That was why they didn't want me to have any friends, because I have a task, something to do for in God's will. When I was born here, I was sent here to do God's will, and it's not including friends when I have to learn me so much in a very, because you that is older, that life is so short here. Life on earth is so short. So I didn't have the time to make friends or have a family that I was together with. I have to be on my own. If you understand it, I hope you understand it, that why it's not something wrong with me. It have with what I am placed here on earth to do under God and under heaven. They are dependent on me in that way, that they want to place heaven here on earth. But the enemies have running around here and have been allowed to run around here and take away everything, take away ears and eyes to see and hear with. They have make you deaf and blind. They go on young children from the start, and especially in teenager. They are, if they can't reach them when they are a child, they take them at a teenager, that age, most of it. So thank you for listening. I'm very tired now, because it was very much spirit inside my body, and I'm glad and I'm thankful for you that now someone touched me like we because I say thank you for helping me to understand these things, that it's not me that have the answer. It's about they test the world and see if someone say yes to me, even if I am a woman. If they say yes, they will rejoice in heaven. But they can't do so much more than to tell me what to say to you, and hope that we get any response. I hope you respond. I hope you act. I hope you have the hand out to reach us here in my home, and where heaven is in my home. They wait for you to act. Thank you, and God bless you. We love you.